everybody. Welcome to Kame House Party. I'm Vince.
I'm Aaron.
And this is the podcast where Aaron and I watch every episode and iteration of Dragon Ball. Then we come on to the podcast and we go episode by episode and we talk about what we watched. That informs what happens in the show, which is a little bit of improv. There's some bits, there's some skits. There's a lot of talk about anime, a lot of Dragon Ball discussion. And, you know, we just want to have some fun. We're having a party, and you're all invited. But look, before every party, you gotta do something we like to call Kame housekeeping. And, you know, we don't want to bring you into a dirty old house with Solo cups strewn about and pizza boxes everywhere. You know, I don't want you stepping on the garlic knots from the other night. No.
Yeah, we haven't cleaned since last week.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. We're lazy. Midterms and all. But we don't want to bring you into a dirty old house. We're gonna clean everything up for you right here, right now, with our Kame housekeeping section, starting with our UN-sanctioned, world-famous, I mean, I would say universe-spanning at this point, 1 minute roundup.
I shrunk down and I'm stuck in a cowboy hat. Help!
Quiet, you. I can't let anybody know. I can't let anybody know that you've been responsible for all my six shooting.
That's right. I pull your hairs and I murder people.
That's right.
But I'm tired of it. Put me back to normal size.
Remy the cowboy, we got a good thing going, okay? And if we don't kill this Michelin star outlaw, then what good are we as lawmen, small or otherwise?
But Sheriff David Schwimmer, look, I feel like it's a raw deal. You get all the credit, you get all the girls, you get all the whiskey. You won't even let me have a drop. That's all I need.
Well, if you had a drop of whiskey, you might die. This stuff is strong. Have you ever had sarsaparilla?
No, I want Sarsaparilla's non-alcoholic.
What?
And
seed. So that is an
some stark realization.
It appeared that the character and the person playing the character did not know that sarsaparilla was non-alcoholic.
You can get in stores now. It's just it's similar to root beer.
Really?
I don't do research. I don't do research, so maybe I'm wrong. Please tell me if I am. KameHousePartyPod@gmail.com. Sarsaparilla Watch 2020.
Sasquatch.
Not to be confused with Sasquatch.
Well, look, we're trying to compete in that space. Sasquatch. But that's an important thing to note, Aaron, and to tell the listeners, to remind them. And if you're new, welcome. Here's the rub. We don't do research on this podcast. It's part of our thing. So if you notice any factual errors or any kind of mistakes or something that we may have missed, you're welcome to write in at the aforementioned email, kamehousepartypod@gmail.com, and tell us what we got wrong, what we need to fix, all that good stuff. Now, we get to move on to the 1 minute roundup proper, where usually it's one of us, either Aaron or Vince, that summarizes everything that happens in Dragon Ball in 1 minute.
Normally.
But Aaron, I'm getting this really special feeling about this entire episode, starting with this, because we got a 1 minute roundup submission from a fan.
We did. As we mentioned last episode, Jacob wrote to us and we forgot about it. Sorry. With a 1 minute roundup. But we're going to play it right now. Again, from fan Jacob. Only the third person that has submitted a 1 minute roundup.
Yes, I believe you're right.
Without further ado, here's a 1 minute roundup explaining did we explain what a 1 minute roundup is real quick?
And I will right now, because the 1 minute roundup is where we usually give ourselves 60 seconds to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball thus far. And when I say everything, that means everything we've covered for the podcast. Dragon Ball, the entire run of it. And now Dragon Ball Z, which we've gotten through 22 episodes. So this is Jacob's distillation of everything that's happened in Dragon Ball, coming up in 1 minute. I think that explains it. Are we ready to hear it?
Yes, we are. In 3, 2, 1.
Hey Google, set a timer for 1 minute.
Sure, 1 minute, and that's starting now.
Dragon Ball is about 7 magic crystal balls, and if you can collect them all, then you get any wish you want, and it starts Goku, a little monkey boy that grows up into a little monkey man, and he meets Bulma in the woods, and they go off to search for the Dragon Balls, and they defeat an evil goblin named Pilaf that tries to take over the world, and then Goku goes and trains with Master Roshi and meets Krillin, and they go to a world martial arts tournament, and Master Roshi beats him for discipline, and then he goes off and fights the Red Ribbon Army and gets his grandpa's 4-star Dragon Ball. And then he enters another Tenkaichi tournament where he gets beat up by a Triclops, and Krillin dies because of Demon King Piccolo. So he beats Demon King Piccolo, and then Demon King Piccolo has a son, so Goku beats Demon King Piccolo's son, and then 3 years later he has a son, and he beats his evil space brother, and now he's training, and now the Saiyans just landed on Earth. And he also meets a green fox that calls him Bra.
Jacob killed it.
Jacob, man, more than a valiant first effort. I'd say a valiant first success.
I mean, I am dumbstruck. I am beside myself because that was fantastic. Especially because he got my favorite detail about Dragon Ball is that Goku meets a green fox that calls him bro all the time. Oh, it's so good. Jacob, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much, Jacob.
Jacob, welcome to the special club of folks who have submitted and completed a 1-minute roundup. And if you, listener, think, oh, well, I don't know. What are these Tenkaichi tournaments? Who's this green fox? There's some things missing. Well, first, you're being greedy. Jacob gave you everything you needed to know. But if you want to know a little bit more, we've got this lovely back catalog. You can go to kamehouseparty.com or wherever you get your podcast to go back and listen to, I don't know, if you want to listen to episode 23 or 102, 64.
Are you just pulling numbers out at random?
Yes, I am. If you want to know what happened about, King Piccolo and how he killed Krillin, it's a fun arc. Despite the death. So go check that stuff out. And if you want to also submit a 1-minute roundup, please send it to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. Leave that MP3 in your email, and we are so happy to play them on air because it's difficult. And if you take on this task, you are a warrior. Now, after that, we can get to the surprise second of 3 pieces of Kame housekeeping, where I tell you, the listeners, that Aaron and I have some very, very special guests on the podcast today, and everybody give them a warm welcome. Everybody, let's say hi to Doug Coleman and Brendan McCullough of Almost Better Than Silence podcast, and also Brendan hosts the Are Weeb There Yet podcast. So give them a big round of applause. Gentlemen, hello. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Hello.
Thanks for having us.
I am much more informed after that recap.
Yeah, absolutely. Jacob knocked that one out of the park. I honestly was coming, I'm a fan of your show, so I was like, I think I'm prepared for that if you guys throw me under the bus there and I could pull it off, but no, not compared to what Jacob provided. And now I feel like he has set the bar so high that any listener, you got to come up with a 1-minute roundup and send it in. I'm going to try to send one in the future.
Oh, you hear that, listeners? Doug is going to send one in. Brendan, can we get your sign off on this?
We have your vote on this.
I'm going to push you into submitting one.
I mean,
now.
I'll submit one. It won't be good. It'll basically be Japanese Superman. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Wow, you've got lots of seconds to play with.
1 second roundup.
It's a roundup. It's not a good one, though. I never promised it'd be good.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on to the podcast. Do you want to tell everybody a little bit about what you guys do, and then we can get it going for real and get your input on this latest episode, because I know there's something that we all want to talk about.
Of course, this episode had some interesting things happen in it. All right, but that's the thing about our show, Almost Better Than Silence. It's just a video game comedy podcast. We started in 2014, which is insane to believe, but it was like very late in that year, and we've never missed a week. We're still going strong. It's kind of crazy. We have a semi-rotating cast of co-hosts, but for the past like month or so, it's been just me and Bren because things are pretty crazy in our world right now. So we try to just be a happy podcast for people to go have a laugh. And if you like video games, it's for you.
If you like hearing someone complain about XCOM for a month straight, you'll love listening to me talk.
Or Animal Crossing. There's some good stuff there too, hopefully. But yeah, we're also big anime fans too. So, and that's what I mean. Dragon Ball Z, been watching it since I was a young teenager. So it's really cool to also be a fan of your show and finally be on.
I mean, it was a great experience to be on your guys' podcast. I know we had a ton of fun there. So I'm glad we can share alike. And Bren, do you want to give us a little bit of info about Are Weeb There Yet?
Sure, yeah. Are Weeb There Yet is a podcast I started out here with some friends of mine. We actually all interned at a dubbing facility around the same time. That's where we all met. So without disclosing where it was primarily known for anime and a few video games and stuff. So we decided to start a podcast where the main host doesn't like anime. And then me and my other co-host forced him to watch anime. And spoiler alert, it's not going well.
Yeah.
There haven't been many shows he followed up on, but there's been plenty of shows I followed up on after that. So yeah, we do a similar thing. We watch like 3 episodes of an anime and say, "Are we there yet? Is this worth continuing?" And good God, there's a lot of bad anime out there.
Could you give us one? What's like the worst one you've come across?
See, that's tricky because there's different categories of worst.
Uh-oh.
Well, they had me on an episode and it was Elfin Lied, so I'll just throw that out there.
That was a rough one.
Yeah.
Elfin Lied. I very much enjoyed our episode of Zatch Bell because it was just chaotic nonsense.
Zatch Bell.
And there's no rhyme or reason to it, and I love that, but they hated it. We watch Panty and Stocking, which we feel like the 3 of us are being gaslit by the entire anime community trying to think it's good, and we hate it every second of it. So I still fundamentally don't understand why people enjoy it. The art's great. The art's wonderful. Everything else is unredeemable. Surprisingly, the only show the main host has been able to continue is Agretsuko and Beastars, which makes me think... Maybe it makes me think there's a little common thread in between those 2 shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Or secretly work for Netflix. and are just trying to promote those products.
I can't disclose that.
Openly.
Well, I can openly disclose that this program in particular is not sponsored by Netflix, but money, please. I'll talk about 7 Deadly Sins. I won't say that I love it, but
I love a Carolyn Tuesday. Yeah.
I just revisited Reggie Watts' Netflix special Spatial last night, and it's such a blast. Very trippy and fun. We had him on Almost Better Than Silence. I feel like I didn't do a good enough selling job of our podcast. We've had some really cool guests on in the past.
We're just some idiots talking about video games, but we had some cool guests.
Nick Weiger and Alan Covert. Yeah, definitely look into our backlog of episodes and see if you find any cool interviews. There are definitely some neat ones.
I know you guys had rising podcast star Matt Apodaca on your podcast.
Hell yeah, he's a fantastic guest. Gotta love that guy.
There you go. So, listeners, if you're looking to branch out to maybe give another what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe listeners,
podcast.
What's that thing we're doing?
Is that the word you're looking for?
To put it simply, yes. If you're looking for other podcasts to get into, these are 2 to start with. Good friends of the show. I think you're gonna love them. And with all that plugging done, let's get back to the Kame housekeeping at hand, because I've got one more thing to tell you all, that Aaron and we watch 2 different versions of the show. Aaron watches the Japanese English dub or subtitled version, while I watch the English dubbed version. Now, Doug and Bren, which versions did you both watch?
I watched the English dub just out of nostalgia because I haven't heard those voices in, well, we've all heard Chris Sabat enough. We've heard him for millennia, but I haven't heard some of those voices in a long time. So I was like, let me bathe in that nostalgia for a bit and listen to the dub again.
Yep, same here. I actually have the Blu-ray of the season 1. It's the only season I own personally, but I do want to collect them all. But that's the thing, yeah, it's the Funimation English dub, and it was very nostalgic. And that's a question I had for you guys, like, knowing you watch two different types, like, the intro to me, like, that Funimation, like, guitar riffy John is so nostalgic, and I really enjoy it. But, like, Aaron, is the one you're watching any different because you're watching, like, a Japanese version?
Yeah, I don't know if we covered this on the podcast, but I get the classic song Head Chala, like lyrics, all that good stuff in my version. So look, we can say this because we're not sponsored by him yet. So look, Vince and I, we do the worst thing you can do, which is share streaming accounts for Funimation.
Sinners.
Please forgive me, but I'm going to keep doing it. But he'll have it switch to English, and I'll not realize it and start the next episode we have to do. Mm-hmm. And so I'll get like 10 seconds of the music for the English dub, and I'm like, wow, this is garbage compared to what I get. This is horrible.
It is. I don't even start. Sometimes, as you said, we share, and when I see that you've watched it ahead of me, I can't even bring myself to listen because then the FOMO will set in so hard that I'm not getting that good head chala.
So we're missing out on the people who own the Blu-ray and are watching the American dub. That's so wild to me.
But we also have I know we've covered this on the podcast before, so I'll keep it brief. But there are certain musical like sequences that are completely different from the dub and sub. Like, there have been instances where there's fights that are scored with lyrics and like a lot of other stuff, like a lot of other musical accompaniment, and then I just get like just a hum of nothing. Yeah, it's one intern going.
I was that intern at some point. I'll have you know I worked my ass off on that humming.
Sorry, Mr. Bren, I didn't.
Yeah, this has been just a punt for Vince. Yeah, gotcha episode.
This is the gotcha episode.
Having worked in there a little bit, not on Dragon Ball Z per se, but yeah, there are different cuts between the dub and the sub, but even within different versions of dubs. So for different markets, you can have totally different actors. So someone in Australia or like Southeast Asia has a different English Goku than we do. Typically, it would just be the casting or the music like that. Like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a litigious nightmare because all the characters and superpowers in it are named after bands and musicians. So they have to change them. So I think they're about 4 seasons behind the Japanese show because they have to take so long to legally change the names in the dubbed and localized versions. So sometimes it's stuff like that, but sometimes there will be different edit points. Like shows that are airing in the Middle East will cut out scenes of like excessive alcohol or something like that. Or they'll have different like localization guidelines or censorship. So depending on the version you watch, you can have totally different cuts of shows.
That's wild. Last question I had for you, Aaron, about like the intro. Like, is the animation different? I know the song is, but like there's like this one really, really long shot of Nappa and Vegeta seemingly on fire exiting an erupting volcano. And I was thinking to myself, what the fuck is that? Am I allowed to swear? I'm sorry, guys. I really, if you
of course you're allowed to fucking swear.
Okay. That's what I mean. I listen to your show,
how can we not fucking swear?
I don't keep track of, I want to just be courteous on other shows when I guest.
You did wipe your feet, and that's all we asked.
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you.
We are having a party. I'm sorry.
but yeah, I do get that rad shot of Vegeta and Nappa just in fuego, just in silhouette.
It was very funny to me because my wife knows that I'm guesting on this show, and she was like, "Dragon Ball Z, is that show where someone died burning alive?" And I'm like, "What?" I was thinking, who died burning alive? And then I was seeing that in the intro. I'm like, maybe that's what she saw. I have no idea.
Like in real life or in the show?
Oh my
That's what
God.
in the show, and she also confused Chaozu for Krillin, so we can just.
That's fair.
On.
That's fair. But like, those are just some. Wait, what am I doing? This is Vince's job.
It's a very special episode, and I didn't know if I was giving you the reins or not.
No. I'm giving the reins back to you.
And thank you very much. That was
Steady.
me pulling on the reins of this horse that is a show. As we inform you, there are two different versions of the show. Aaron and I watch. We know what Doug and Bren have watched. Team Dub, and usually the first difference that we find, and we've already been talking about them a little bit, but the first difference that we usually find is the title. And I've been going first on these since we've been in DBZ land. So here comes the title for episode 23 of Dragon Ball. Saibamen Attack.
That's true. Mine gets a little more specific.
Oh, I know we're in for a treat when Aaron's voice hits that falsetto.
So for the English subtitled version, the title roughly translated for DBZ episode 22 is Yamcha Dies, the Terror of the Saibamen.
Oh my God.
Spoiler alert!
Just throwing it all out there.
In true Japanese title fashion, like, here's the end. If you want to skip, go for it.
It's less of a title and more of a plot summary.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Perfect, because with that done, we can get right into the episode itself. I mean, you know what happens already, so maybe we could just call it a day.
Saibamen attack and Yamcha dies.
Doug, Bren, is there anything that's, you want to hit right off the bat? Let's start with where you guys want to take this discussion, and we'll just go from there.
Okay, first frustration is the Saiyans and how patient they are. It's just like, let's just wait for Goku, and these people can fight our plant people. Like, why?
I know they just blew up a city, but let's look at things from their perspectives. They've been traveling for a year, cramped in a ball. They only had the same 5 DVDs, probably. They need some entertainment, right?
Yeah,
They need to stretch
that's
out.
fair.
Imagine if you're playing with a bunch of ants and you were bored and you're like, what if we waited for the strongest ant? So you already waited this long. You just wait 20 more minutes and then an ant will show up with a gun. That'll be an interesting fight.
I would wait for an ant with a gun.
Right?
Yeah.
I kind of want to see this.
That logic makes sense.
Ant with gun analogy always works.
I'll have to use that in some other meetings.
It's very applicable.
How old is Gohan? Isn't he 5 years old?
He is.
Yeah, and
He's a child.
So
He just doesn't stand a chance against these guys. I know he was training with Piccolo this whole time, but as the fighting commences, he's just
Oh, I'm 5.
right. It appeared that all of the training sequences that we sat through were for absolutely nothing, because as the fight begins, the melee ensues, and Gohan is just dumbfounded as to, wait, I'm here to fight? Ah!
Oh, no.
he pulls a reverse Black Panther by freezing.
Now, Gohan, I need you to make sure that when you get into a fight, the first thing you
Okay.
do is what?
Yeah, look at you for comfort. Say, Daddy, Daddy, please.
I'm not
Help
your
me.
dad. I'm not.
Unky, please.
I'm your green uncle.
Listen, Gohan. I thought I got through to you when we watched Black Panther.
You did keep playing that one part over and over again. I'm like, can we just watch the movie? I want to get to the casino fight.
No, Gohan, that's not the point. I was trying to teach you the important lesson in every fight.
Oh,
and
okay,
that
I get it now.
And that was what?
To point at your shoes and say, what are those?
These, Gohan, these are burlap feet sacks.
I mean, I got a magic pair now.
Yeah. Yeezus 2029.
You paid a lot for it. We didn't eat. Well, I didn't eat for like a month. Is all I'll say.
And I was definitely trading for months. Anyway, I'll say it again the same way that he does. I never freeze. Remember?
Oh.
Never freeze in a fight, Gohan.
All right, something freeze. Gotcha.
I don't have time for this. The Saibamen are attacking.
What do I do? Stand still.
Oh no, you peed your pants.
I didn't freeze at least. It's kind of warm.
And see.
Oh, I can't tell you how nice it is, especially since neither of us have been on a stage in a very long time, to hear laughter as we do this. That's not our own.
Not just dead silence.
Doing this to the void any longer.
Yeah, that tripped me up. I was like, wait, audience feedback?
Wait a minute.
In real time?
The energy.
Hell yeah.
It feeds me.
Gohan is not he's not quite the warrior that Piccolo made it out to be.
We know he's still got this untapped power, but we're not seeing it just yet.
So it makes sense that Gohan's dressing like Piccolo because he's training like him and he's wearing the weighted clothing like him. Where did Piccolo get the weighted clothing? Did he make it? Can Piccolo sew?
If sewing in the fact that he can just wave his hands and create clothes.
Yeah. He did that to Gohan at one point, correct? To give him that new attire.
Oh, did he? I forget.
It's something I guess Namekians can do.
Yeah. How could you forget this important detail?
Of course.
200-something show series.
Namekians are never nudes. How could I forget that?
Listeners, you gotta include that in the next 1 minute roundup.
Poof, close.
Please go in detail in the fashion industry
of Dragon Ball. We got to get back to this fight because Tien shows up with Chaozu, followed by Yamcha, and then Vegeta wants it to be a little sporting. Says, "How about we do some one-on-one matches to bide the time?" Go back to the ant analogy. We'll pit our stick men against these ant creatures and wait for the ant with a gun to see if they can beat our sticks. And I do forget a lot about this sequence building up. Like, I remember, that Yamcha dies, of course, but I forgot that Tien handled his shit. He did. Tien came in, beat that Saibaman, and this is where I forgot about how visceral DBZ is, because Vegeta, seeing that the battle was over and that Saibaman could not beat Tien, blew him up in gross and visceral fashion, I wrote in my notes.
Yeah, if you still shot that in moment the Saibaman is being destroyed, it's very just gruesome.
A lot of organs.
Just insane that Vegeta would kill his own ally. I guess it was kind of just to flex on everyone, like, they're unimportant to me and I'm not worried about the rest of you. Yeah,
it shakes Piccolo as well. It's like, this guy's he's not playing around, he's gonna kill us all. Better not tell Gohan.
Even though he just saw it.
During that is when, 3 news helicopters appear, and they're just trying to do coverage, and all of a sudden Nappa, blows one down. He's like, now you're the news, or something.
I wrote that line down. I wrote that line down, and I'll do it in my Nappa voice.
Please do. Your Nappa's amazing.
So you want some news, huh? Now you are the news.
Yes, that was spot on.
Which led me to ask, why does he have the concept of news?
I was wondering that. Did Saiyans have a news channel back on Planet Vegeta?
That's what he was watching the whole way there. But no, that's the thing. Apparently their planet's destroyed and they're the last of the Saiyans, so what news would he be watching?
Exactly. Are the other planets that they go to broker? I'm going to leave it at that. We know what they really do, but we're just going to say that they're brokering these deals for these planets. Are they interacting with the news media of that planet? Is there such?
They got to give them a sales pitch.
But yeah, had to point that one out. That was really bizarre.
It was very strange. Also, the fact that this is the second news crew that has come to the scene to only be blown up by Nappa.
You cannot stop the press.
Gotta get that front page.
Anything for the story.
Speaking of the press, later on, they finally get news coverage. They can broadcast the fight, and they're getting some really good coverage. Like they're getting over the shoulders and like these low angles from like multi-cams. Like who's directing this?
Also, it suggests that they are using some kind of amazing zoom technology, because we see at one point that there is a camera posted up on one of these giant pillars looking miles away from the battle.
Yeah, easily. And that's what I mean. Yet they have these close-ups. It's got to be the craziest zoom technology there is.
Just straight up telescopes.
But yeah, I love that on the news actually is Yajirobe explaining how he knows everyone involved, and he's basically just selling out for food and drinks and stuff.
Yeah, Yajirobe has become a sellout. He's part of the media circus. He's part of the problem.
One of his quotes was, "I'm Goku's trainer." I'm like, what?
Wow. Ooh, much different. Much different.
Oh, hit us with the sub.
He's just like, my boys are taking care of it. Let's see, Goku, Tien, all those dudes from the World Martial Arts Tournament.
Mr. Yajirobe, question.
Go for it.
News 5. Why?
Don't care. Keep going.
Why didn't your tactical squad stop these aliens from blowing up our newscopter?
That's a great question, and I will answer it by saying, "Whoops."
I need more food before I answer that question.
Mr. Yajirobe, over here. ADH News. I've got a question.
Yes, mustachioed man.
How are the wings?
Look, I'm a bit of a heat seeker. And I gotta say that not that hot. But for the price, if you're looking for a little bit of zip, a little bit of tang, I might recommend the Thai chili. It's not too hot, but it's a good price.
Okay, can I quote you on that?
5 out of 5.
Good price, zip, zang, tasty. Gotcha. Cut, print.
Are you stroking out? You're just riding on someone's back now.
That's right. He's a newsboy.
You're drooling for one side.
And the news must go on. Next question, Mr. Yajirobe.
Yeah, any other questions from anyone else?
No, I'm not. Mr. Yajirobe, I'm not done.
All right, continue. Fine.
Follow-up question. How are the sides?
We all know sweet potato fries are just soggy, so don't get those. It doesn't matter where you're at. The starch level's not there. Coleslaw, homemade, love it. Vinegar, which is my preferred.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Can we get back to the story at hand that there are aliens that landed on Earth not minutes ago? You have all of the information. Hi, sorry.
There are 10 other sides. Can I get through this?
Did you order every side?
Why not? I mean, it might be my last meal. I mean,
Huh?
Wait a minute. Mr. Yajirobe, when you say last meal, could you expand on that?
Last meal here because I'm moving.
Oh, where are you moving to? The people want to know. No, they don't. They want to know what's happening with the aliens.
Somewhere far away, up in the sky, not on Earth for reasons.
You heard it here first. Mr. Yajirobe's going straight to heaven.
He's dying.
Yeah, that's it. And the only cure is hotter wings. So.
And scene.
Look, he comes in clutch eventually.
At some point.
Absolutely. That's what I mean. He definitely is a character that you're like kind of designed to dislike, but then like you said, comes in clutch at the perfect moment.
I will say though, I like the dub. There's just one line that just perfectly encapsulated. Like, it resonated middle school energy for me. Where he's just eating, and Yajirobe's like, "Yeah, I know Goku," and it's like a middle schooler trying to impress elementary schoolers. Like, yeah, he's my buddy. I know Goku.
Yeah, he works with my uncle at Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly.
I do so have a Blue Eyes White Dragon card.
It's just in the packaging. I can't take it out, or else it'll get damaged.
Yeah, Dad will get real pissed if I take it.
Yeah, it's my dad's card.
Out of the sleeve.
It's actually my dad's card because he's that cool.
My dad's Kaiba.
Kaiba.
No, I don't have pictures of him. Why would I?
I'm surprised y'all skipped over. We talked about the grossness of an exploded Saibaman, but we're not going to talk about the grossness of one of their goop attacks.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Aaron.
I'm very glad you brought this up. This is insane. It's very. He throws up out of his brain hole.
Brain hole.
His brain splits in the middle.
Yep.
And just acid yogurt comes out, and it's phallic.
Yeah, it's very much so. I felt that from the get-go, and it was also just disturbing how acidic it is that it just like burns a hole into the ground.
Hey, what have I always told you all? Wrap it up, okay? Wrap up your giant splitting head.
Protect everybody.
It looked like it had been a while since Saibamen had used that attack.
There's a build-up.
Oh,
green balls.
But I also like that they never use that again. This is the only time we ever see it, and like everyone just sidesteps and goes, "Ew."
Can we agree to not? Hey, this is Piccolo. Time out. Can we agree to no one use that attack? Right? That's no, thank you. There's a child here. Saibamen, come on.
Fine. We won't use that attack. We don't like it either.
It seemed like you liked it a lot from the expression on your face.
Oh, look, sometimes it is a nice release, but we understand.
Mr. Piccolo, what happened? I don't get it.
I'll explain.
Oh, no.
No, you won't.
Oh no.
Covering your mouth. Vegeta, Nappa, come on.
What? They're Saibamen. We don't control that.
Can we? You blew. It seems like you control them.
I told him to go all out. What did you expect? He
Oh.
put it all
right,
out.
I'm putting the blame solely on Vegeta on this one.
You could put the blame on me. I love that Omarion song.
I don't listen to popular music, so sorry.
Wait, hold on. You don't listen to Omarion?
Should I?
Why not? I got a nice box where my heart used to be.
Oh, Nappa, I didn't realize you had a lovely singing voice.
Well, that's why I only do my singing in my own pod. Vegeta hates it. He's always flat, like his fighting moves. Ouch, that hurt.
All I'm saying, Saibamen just punches and kicks from now on. Look, any other move that happens is cool with me too. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some sort of explosion move, whatever, like that'll happen. But look, just not the head thing, right?
Fine, no more head goo. Hey, you're green too. Do they treat you like this?
Honestly, yeah, they're kind of telling me what to do. Like,
Damn.
Hey, don't take over the planet. Hey, don't destroy everyone. It's a real pain.
Yeah, I feel like every time we come out of the ground, it's just kill. Sometimes we want to do our ska routine.
Your ska, well, lay it on me. There are 6 of you, so that makes sense. That you have a ska band.
Yeah, the perfect number. Our band is 6 Green 6.
The name is 6 Green 6.
Yeah.
Like a metal ska kind of fusion.
Yeah. It's a lot of pick it up and plant. Pick it up and plant.
Cool.
All right.
All right, just there's a kid here, man. That's all I'm saying.
That's fine. Sorry.
All right.
We're not used to fighting in front of. How old is he?
He's like 5. Why?
Oh my God.
What?
Oh, jeez. And you're his dad? Weird.
I'm just looking after him for now.
All right. I'm going to call you his dad anyway.
Look, a lot of people do. I'm getting used to the idea.
Hey, we should probably go back to our corners.
All right, fine. Good time. Hey, close your head up, please.
Okay.
All right, fight's on, everyone. Let's go. Fight's back on.
And
see.
Reminding me of kids playing like street hockey, and one of them like checks another player a little too hard. And they're like, all right, guys, like real talk, like not cool. And like just a very frank discussion about the boundaries.
No, it happens. It happens on every playground, everywhere. There's like those 2 kids that show up halfway through a touch football game, and they only know how to tackle.
Yeah.
Who are these kids? I don't know.
Why's that one have a goatee?
I think it was shortly after the goo was blasted from that guy's head. They do like the little commercial break jingle? Do you get that? Is that the same across like the different types of, or the dub versus sub?
I think so. right?
bumpers.
That little sting. That
yes. I want to say yes. If nothing else, the visuals are the same.
Okay, yeah, I do really think they're kind of cute and stuff. But like, as soon as we return from the commercial of this one, there's like this massive giant energy ball, and it's just like kind of unexplained. And I'm just assuming it's just because they're all in the same location. Like, it was really a strange scene of just like, look at this insanely huge energy ball. And I guess that was also interfering with like the news broadcast and stuff. But I just think it's because everyone gathered in one location is creating that much energy in the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. I put that in my notes as something that I thought was really interesting and cool about this, because the like, we don't ever really get a perspective of what normal people have to go through when these massive clashes are happening, and the fact that there is a visible aura of energy creating dark clouds and red lightning. That it affects their broadcast. Not too much, though. They still get those tight shots. But I thought that was interesting, and I wonder why they that
Future
never comes
fights.
up again.
Yeah.
Like during the Cell saga, the energy coming off of Cell alone should be enough to vaporize a normal human, let alone how they are transmitting the entire battle.
I was also surprised after Vegeta killed the Saibamen. Nappa was so shocked because he just blew up a city in a helicopter. Like, he's freaked out about one little plant dude dying. But B, he said the Saibamen are the same fighting level as Raditz. I was like, yo, Raditz sucked.
Yeah,
like, this is putting into perspective. I was like, yo, this Double Sunday ain't nothing.
It's like those, if you ever went to a baseball game as a kid, the free ice cream that came in the helmet. You go back and you make, like I have one back home, and I remember finding it and being like, wait,
it's so
that's
small.
what they gave me? It's literally half a scoop of ice cream at a minor league game?
Paid how much for this?
I think Nappa says that their power level is 1,200. So we can extrapolate. I'm doing these calculations in my head. Please hold on. Tien was able to dispatch him pretty quickly, so I'm guessing Tien's at like 1,500 or so, maybe. So we're getting to that, like, these power levels are growing to such an extent that it's going to become meaningless to comprehend them at all.
Almost like they get rid of scouters after this, arc and never really come back to them too much.
Well, that was something that I'm sure we touched on in the last episode. Vegeta tells Nappa, like, hey, they have the power, they can suppress their energy levels, so take off your scouters. Like, that's what happened to Raditz. He got so cocky and blah, blah, blah. So we're already saying, like, oh, this really cool technology that you introduced, like, 4 episodes ago, bye, gone.
Get rid of it. It's gone. It's garbage.
Cut it.
Hey, guys, I got this cool Sony Walkman. Gone. Garbage. It's trash.
Get it out
It's
of
already
here.
outdated.
Need Discmans with anti-skip technology.
Oh, God. Back in those days. I will say, even, like, the whole arc of the whole series, I would say Tien is one of the most consistently capable Z fighter out of the whole crew.
For sure.
I love Piccolo, but even Piccolo gets his ass handed to him a few times. Tien is, like, consistently good.
Ooh, I'm trying to, what utility player in basketball could I equate him to? Everybody watched The Last Dance, so let's pull. Tien is the Steve Kerr of the Dragon Ball universe. Had a great career, became a great coach during the Super arc. Look, he's got it all going on, and he's great friends with Steph Curry.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tien myself too, but like, what are your guys' thoughts on Yamcha? I know it's kind of like the brunt of the joke this episode.
Well, this is the
We're
episode.
like, yeah, it doesn't make it.
I think just from watching original Dragon Ball, they did Yamcha dirty.
They really did.
It seems like they might have been setting up Krillin to be the butt of the joke, to be the weakest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they could have done it to Chiaotzu because he's forever 12.
Right.
He's a perma baby. But like, I think that's it. They just needed some, like, who can we punch? Who can we, like, who's the sacrifice, right? Who's the show that, like, no. These Saiyans, yeah, we were being serious with Raditz, but no. We're really being serious with Nappa and Vegeta.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty serious that Goku's dead, but that's the thing. I don't know. It's just crazy.
We got Diet Goku here. We can throw him under the bus. Because even just design-wise, it's like, well, which one of these 5 people do we not need? It's like, well, that one's already kind of like Goku, and Goku's coming back, so...
We have to make some room.
Yeah.
They're like, let's kill the cocky guy, too, because he's like, I could take on the next 4 Saibamen by myself! And then it's like, and then you didn't even finish the other guy, and then he attaches to you and just blows up. And that was, like, just a shitty way to go, too. The only person I feel bad for is Puar. I don't know about Bulma, but...
We know what happens to Bulma. She's fine.
Yeah, I don't think cover this where everyone at Kame House is able to watch the fights as they go on.
Yeah, including Ox King and Chi-Chi show up. And I love when Ox King first is like shown, Master Roshi's like, oh, thank goodness you didn't bring Chi-Chi. And she's like right behind him. I'm thinking, of course he brought her.
Roshi's pulling on the collar.
And then the first thing out of her mouth is, where's Gohan? And it was like, on the battlefield.
About that.
On the battlefield with Piccolo, the man who killed your husband.
Master Roshi's the grandpa you leave your kid with when you go out shopping and you come back and it's like, oh, that kid's gone. Like, grandpa fell asleep.
I don't know. He's like in a field somewhere. I don't know.
It's like 2 continents away.
Did you get the beef jerky or not? I only like Jack's Links.
I'm a brand loyal man.
This guy knows. But yeah, it's crazy that everyone's like gathering here to watch, and I agree. Yeah, Puar is heartbreaking to see Puar as to realize that Yamcha is. When he died, I didn't care, but when I saw like Puar's reaction and even like Bulma's reaction, I'm like, okay, this is. I got a little emotional here.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Yeah, I do like how we're like, yeah, Yamcha dying, but everybody's reaction to Yamcha dying, oh, it does, like,
that's the truth.
Puar crying hurts. It hurts like nothing else.
Because they cockied him up. It's like, yeah, I can take it, and it's like, yeah, and it's been memed so much. It's just been memed to Home for Infinite Losers and back, and like it's. Yeah, it's lost its impact, but I don't ever remember seeing the reactions from Bulma and Puar.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's also just comforting knowing they can bring him back with the Dragon Balls, and that's why he even opted to fight. That's the thing.
Says that,
yeah, he was like saying to Krillin, like, let me die, homie, and Krillin's like, okay.
I'm ready to die at any moment. Calm down, Yamcha. Nah, let me die. Let me get out there. I want to die.
I got a lot of debts I'm trying to get out of.
But yeah, I think that's actually how the episode even wrapped up. Krillin was all upset that he died, and he's like, it should have been me! And he's like, and it's like, see what happens when Krillin strikes!
But Krillin says that after he knows the score, like Yamcha lays it out, he's like, I can be wished back, you cannot, you've died before. And so Krillin was like, okay, yeah, sure. And now he's like, I can't believe he did it! Oh! It's like, you co-signed it. You let it happen.
He probably doesn't want you to go into battle right after he died because he's just said, I'm trying to spare your life.
Yeah.
In mine, one of the Krillin lines after Yamcha dies is, what do I tell Puar and Bulma about this? And I'm like, probably nothing, because he didn't tell Chi-Chi anything. Goku died.
That's true.
There's a whole episode about it.
You cannot be the bearer of bad news because you never bring it up.
You never do it.
Well, that, and it's also on the news. It's actually being broadcast, and they already know. So Yamcha is the news. Nappa.
You are the news now.
Nappa, I get it. You get a hit off one snarky comment. You can't just keep popping it.
Careful, Vegeta, or you might be the news.
Oh.
Oh, now the Saibamen are roasted me. Jeez.
The news.
You can't get her done. I know you've been looking for a catchphrase, but come on.
Yeah, one of the 5 DVDs I have in my pod is
Larry the Cable Guy.
Larry the Cable Guy, live and in color.
Oh, no, guys, another Saibaman made a mess.
Oh, come on! All right. Look, I got to, here, I'll roll off this newspaper. Bad Saibaman. Bad.
I thought you had trained them to go on the paper we laid out.
Well, I left the paper in the pod and we're so far away. So I told them to go while they were still as seeds.
Well, apparently they didn't.
Come on, Vegeta, you're giving me that look like I'm a
now it's on
dad.
that dead guy.
Oh, it's disrespectful, but a little bit funny. Right, Vegeta?
It's a little bit funny. It is funny.
Hey, Vegeta.
Don't.
What?
Okay, continue.
I was just gonna ask. I was gonna ask you 2 questions. First is, can I borrow your Rush Hour box set for the next flight? And 2, I think this made the news.
God, you know what? I'm out of here. Bye.
Oh, he's leaving. And now I can do my whole segment. I'm Nappa, and I'm live for Channel 6 Eyewitness News. We're here on the battlefield, me and my Saibamen crew. Say hi, crew.
Hey!
And we're bringing you everything you need to know. You want to know what the news is? It's whatever I'm about to blow up. Like this gas station illegally selling opioids, or these undercover cops who are now helping. Look,
Nappa's an evil alien that blew up a city, but he's doing good work. He's doing work for the
Cleaning
public
up the
good.
streets.
I'm Nappa, and I'm cleaning up the streets with this broadcast.
Ooh. Okay, here's the Rush Hour DVD. I wanted to get it out of the way before I forget.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
I've
been waiting to see what happens to Lee and Carter.
Look, just don't do anything like die or anything and get it ruined.
Fine, I'll just look. It's in my armor. Nothing can happen to it when it's in my armor.
Yep. I agree. In the back part.
Oh, you know it's in the back part.
Anyway, what's that bald kid doing?
I don't know. He looks angry. Hey, also, bald is not bad. Bald is beautiful.
It's a descriptor. It's the most striking feature.
I
They're 2 short guys. Don't say they're 3. I know you're giving me that look.
Nope. I never call you short, Vegeta. Vegeta, I'm so sorry I even used the word.
Ooh, we better end scene before I do something.
and
scene. Vegeta is... Hold on. There's a line from Vegeta when Yamcha dies. That's real good. Oh, no. Where is it? Going down.
I almost want to guess it. Is it the, clear this trash from the battlefield? He was such an ass about it.
It's very similar, yes.
Vegeta is the consummate asshole going forward with that line.
Hey, clean that filth up. He's polluting up the place. We got to sell it.
Yeah, keep the resale value. I saw a clip floating around Twitter not long ago where I think it was from Dragon Ball Super, so, way ahead. But it was just Bulma going over to Vegeta being like, hey, come on, everyone's showing up. And Vegeta's just like, oh, cool, let's go hang out with Yamcha. Even then, so far, he's just like, I'm so sick of this guy's shit. It's been 20 years.
Love it.
And that's coming from the guy who stole his girlfriend
Right.
Yeah.
after his underling killed him.
Yeah, I really want to hang out with your ex for a while.
I'm really excited to when we get to the point in this show where we are dissecting that relationship and how it starts.
Out of the blue is how it starts.
It's true.
I don't know.
In the cutaway.
It's after a commercial break. But I mean we talked about it a bunch, but one of the things that shocked me about Yamcha's death sequence is how quickly it happened.
Yeah.
A lot of things in Dragon Ball's history or Dragon Ball Z history is the memes of episodes where they're charging up for 30 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Or when Krillin dies on Namek. I remember that being 2.5 episodes of after each commercial break, it reminds you that Krillin has been gored through the chest or exploded or they linger on that for so long. And to Aaron's point before, they did Yamcha dirty. He got 10 seconds.
From a cabbage.
Yes.
I mean, Nappa's name, I think in Japanese, means lettuce. So I wonder if the Saibamen are supposed to be cabbages. Because all of the Saiyans are vegetables.
I mean, I think we just came on cabbage because we did a scene involving a salesman.
Oh, yes,
Napa
yes.
growing. It was, God. So explaining improv scenes is a lost cause. It's never going to work out.
But you're still going to do it, right, Aaron? You're still going to do it?
Yeah. I think I explained it enough.
Yeah.
There was a traveling salesman from the 1920s. He came to Napa and asked to buy his cabbage men.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if they are, because all of the names in Dragon Ball Z are all tied to stuff, to the point where he even admitted, naming the soldiers in Frieza's army. It was just I opened up my fridge one day and just started picking out random shit. So, I wouldn't be surprised if Saibamen is, a cabbage or, a coleslaw or something in Japan.
Well, that's what I'm trying to... right now, I'm trying to think.
Sauce.
They do kind of have the same sound, like Vegeta, King of Prince of Vegetables, Nappa, Kakarot, carrot, Saibamen. I don't. Are they soybeans? Maybe that's it. Maybe they're soybean.
That might be it.
Soy
boys.
Vince, here's the advantage of having guests. We can't do research.
But we can.
Ha ha ha! Loophole achieved.
Here you go. They're cultivation man is what it translates to. So
that's a better job title than farmer, I think.
This is true.
I'm a cultivation expert.
Yeah, that's what you would put on your LinkedIn profile. So, Mr. Nappa, is it? Hi, I'm Dan. I'm head of talent management here at Big Farm Inc. And we really liked your resume. So I would just could you explain these cultivation men that you worked with and kind of what your relationship is with them? I just want to know your managerial expertise as it's listed here on your profile.
Sure. Let me. Oh, sorry, I knocked that over.
It's
small office.
Yeah, sorry about that. You're a big man.
Yes. Look, so the Saibamen were a team of 6 that I managed over a period of several years, specializing in growing.
Right.
The production of various substances.
Ejaculating?
What?
Hey, Gary.
Oh, did
Gary?
I write that?
No. That was Gary. He likes to drop in on my freaking interviews. Gary, come on.
I'm sorry. I'll leave you guys alone.
Thanks, Gary. All right. Now,
he's making the hand jerk off motion as he leaves.
Look, I'm head of talent, not
come.
HR.
Oh boy,
I'll file a complaint.
Is this the corporate and look? If this is a corporate culture, I'm kind of down.
Oh, well, we do like to have.
I like to have fun. Yeah,
we like to have some fun. We're here.
Good-natured ribbing.
Exactly. I noticed that you are wearing shorty shorts. We are A-okay with that. I just you listed here that each of your managees, the people that you were managing, had the equivalent power level of a radish.
I'm sorry, that's a typo. I updated this real quick. I apologize for that.
Oh, it's okay.
I meant to say a Raditz, which is a one of the who's no longer with us.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
So you can't check the reference. I'm sorry.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll mark that down on your resume. You can't check that reference. Okay.
But they did subjugate. I think at last count, 213 planets by themselves.
213 planets. I'm assuming that's like the not actual planets, but maybe the spheres of influence that your farm, like your crops, maybe each planet is a different.
No, those are actual planets.
Oh.
Wait a bit. What's this job for?
Oh,
by the way,
this job. This job.
This laughing about it.
What we're asking you to do, Mr. Nappa, is we need somebody to watch the cabbages.
Oh, not train them to fight?
No. I mean, you could train them to fight. How about this? We'd love for you to use your extensive knowledge to train them how to fight pests. How about that? We've had a lot of aphids.
I'm not.
Maybe some of these.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
but I'm not sure. I'm ready for a career change at this point.
Oh, but
I might have misread. There might have been a misunderstanding onto what this position actually entailed.
Well, Mr. Nappa, before you leave,
I'm standing up.
No, please don't put on your
you.
hat. Don't pick up your.
I'm putting my coat on.
Don't put on your coat. Just How does this first paycheck and also signing bonus
got my
look like that
gloves.
I'm sliding across the table to you? How does that look like?
The check fell into my gloved hands. Ooh, well, the hat just jumped off my head.
There you go.
In surprise. I'm taking off my coat and gloves and scarf because you got yourself a cabbage trainer.
Yes. Gary, take that. Gotta hire in your face.
Oh man, I was gonna offer him a job at my local news station. It's okay though.
What? Ah, damn it! I already signed the. I heard that as I'm signing the contract.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Mr. Napa. I hope you never
Ironclad.
wanted to go in broadcasting ever because you
I
just
had
signed
dreams.
away your rights.
Wait a minute. What?
Oh, did I not tell you this is Monsanto?
Nah, you did. I mean, the sign.
It's huge.
Honestly, it's on me.
All right, well, Mr. Napa, we're excited to have you bright and early, 4 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, okay? I don't want
right.
you to be late at all.
Ready to work on those organic Saibamen.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Napa. It's been a pleasure. I can't wait to never see you again.
I won't recognize you at the Christmas party.
I'll be too drunk. And
Scene. That's the episode. I
that's
think.
because we like what we could talk about is Gohan using his eyes for the first time in battle.
Yeah.
Use your special eyes.
But it's very like it feels like almost a little throwaway.
It was Piccolo yelling at Gohan for not being able to follow the action. Like, don't look with your eyes, look with your ki. You got to look with your whole body.
Piccolo does single him out in the dub. He's like, "We all are watching. You're the only one who can't see it."
Chaozu could do it.
Why can't you?
Yeah, the way he explains it, though, he was just like, don't focus on any one thing. Like, look around with your eyes all at once. And it's like, yeah, you gotta sense everything.
It's not a magic eye poster.
Look beyond the fight.
Pull it away from your face slowly.
Yeah, look, put Yamcha up to your nose and pull him back slowly.
It's the same kind of advice I see on how to beat bosses in Bloodborne. Don't blink. Feel the battle.
It's good that they have like Gohan there as like the tutorial, like as surrogate for the audience of like, oh, here's our chance to explain all of this. Mm-hmm. But then it's also all captured on camera for the news crew. So like, how can they see it and broadcast it around the world?
Maybe this is we're getting into a launch situation where they just decided, hey, you know how we've labeled humans as capable and smart? Let's just get rid of that all at once. And we'll never bring it up again. We have to dehumanize these humans the same way that we are slowly getting rid of animal people throughout the length of DBZ.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, there's so much stuff in like just the lore and world of like Dragon Ball Z, which do we even know the name of the planet? Like, it's not Earth.
But yet, wait, didn't something happen like historically where they're like, they knew like, not Martin Luther King Jr. or something, but it was like, it was something to do with gravity. And they were like, Newton's laws of physics or some shit. And I was like, how did they know that?
Yeah, Vince, we covered this a few episodes back where Goku referenced.
Oh,
Sir
right.
Yes,
Yes.
that was it. Thank you. So that does lead me to believe like, is this Earth? Yeah, not Martin Luther King Jr. I'm sorry.
They're similar. They lived around the same time.
Yeah, he knew who I meant.
Goku refers to himself as an Earthling,
Right.
here and there. So
That's true.
I don't know, man. That's for a smarter podcast.
Yeah.
There are just like sometimes animal people, and I think that wasn't addressed until the most recent Kakarot, the Dragon Ball Z game Kakarot, where that was like finally addressed, where it's like, yeah, sometimes there are just like cat people and like dog people.
Well, in the game, it's a side mission, and you have to find the antidote. So it was like an affliction that these people were being...
I hate
No
that
way.
retcon with a passion. Yeah, it's...
Oh, that's a bummer because I like just thinking that there can be cat and dog people.
Yeah, that's what I was... Because like Oolong is just like a pig.
Yeah, shapeshifter.
Right.
Well,
Puar.
Puar and Oolong went to shapeshifting school, so you can be taught transformation. So it's just like, what is this world, and why are we not digging into any of this?
Yeah, and why are you retconning it so that somebody like had like a witch cast a spell on them and now they're a frog person instead of just like them naturally being a frog person?
Hey, Nappa here. I'm going to take this story on.
There's a hot scoop.
I'll get it done. No worries.
Me, Monsanto bot, says no. The Monsanto drone that constantly follows you.
Oh, darn it.
Hey, Gregory here. I could get your resume to my uncle. Don't worry. He's green.
Oh, really? Are you sure, Gregory? I don't want you to get in trouble.
No, I think you have a future in broadcast.
Well, here's
Hey, Gregory, it's your Monsanto bot. I'm not liking this.
That Monsanto bot's a lot more chill, a lot more cash.
Yeah. Yo, dog. Maybe you shouldn't.
Oh, you got the Randy Jackson upgrade.
More like a downgrade. Slam God. These Monsanto drones are at each other's throats.
They got hot takes about entertainment producers.
In my notes, Bulma admits to being in love with Yamcha still, minutes before his death.
What?
It was shortly after Oolong called her out. She was just like, I don't know exactly what he said, but he was basically like, "You're still in love with him, right?" And she was like, "Yes, I am." And I was like, surprising.
But she said it in a weird defeated way. She's like, "Oh, I guess you're right."
Oh, God damn it.
Now, hold on. Take it back to Dragon Ball times. When they meet, is Yamcha a teenager? Because Bulma definitely is. Or is he that sleazy college student that hangs out around a high school and like talks to the 15-year-old girls thinking he's cool?
I think it might be that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yamcha is sleazy.
he's very sleazy.
Yes.
Yamcha's problematic. We've addressed it before.
I want to say he's a teen. He might be I graduated last year working at the Dairy Queen. I got my own place in my parents' basement because they charged me rent.
But yeah, it's my own place because I pay for it.
I have a friend that works at Dick's Sporting Goods, so I get like all the newest sneakers all the time for like real cheap.
But yeah, I want to say he is still technically a teen in Dragon Ball, but I don't know.
Okay, I'm looking up like the Wikipedia stuff. It's got the birth date, but then it's got death date, and there's just like multiple entries. It just got me real quick.
Love it.
Just headstones lined up next to each other.
It's just like Super Smash Brothers. He's just got stock, and when he runs out, he just steals one from his teammate.
Oh, what? Okay. You've activated my gamer brain. Why hasn't Yamcha been put into Smash? Is he one of the new characters coming?
Would you actively want to play as Yamcha in Smash Brothers?
Absolutely. I would play as Yamcha every single time. My new main is Yamcha in Smash. Everybody hear me roar. Whenever Evo's back, I'm there as Yamcha.
I used him a lot in Fighters. I liked his play style, to be fair.
You got the Wolfang Fist. You get the easy combo.
Yeah, I always thought it was Fighter Z, but it's definitely Fighters.
It's whatever you want, really. You could call it Goku Fights Himself, the Dragon Ball fighting game.
5 other versions of himself.
They did it. There are now 6 Gokus in the game. And that was like my favorite image on either Twitter or Instagram was like, they finally did it. Goku can fight himself in every version. It's Goku Black, it's Ultra Instinct Goku, Kid Goku, like right. Super Saiyan Goku, regular Goku, and
Super Saiyan Blue Goku.
And Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Oh, and Bardock.
Isn't that his dad?
They look the same.
And Turtles.
Oh yeah, his
looks identical to Goku, but isn't Goku. It's like I saw a picture going around on Twitter of the Kingdom Hearts, where it's like a bunch of characters. Where it's like the crazy thing with Kingdom Hearts is these characters are all different, and these characters are all the same character, and they were all the exact same images. So it's just like that borders on Dragon Ball Z with Goku. At least.
Oh my god! When I played through 3, I started getting really confused because I didn't play, 2.5 or the
7 games in between 2 and 3.
The offshoots.
Yeah, all the offshoots. So I was like, I know that Roxas is Sora, but is he also this? Like, and then they were like, yep, he's also that character, and there are 4 layers in Sora's heart because he's special, and everybody needs to help Sora go deeper into his own heart. Give me Kingdom Hearts 4, please. That's what I need.
Yeah, no, you just do it. You just that game franchise, just if you want to be frustrated and hear our podcast talk about it, we've done multiple spoiler casts of like all the games, and god damn, I love the franchise, but it's not satisfying if you invest all the time into it and try to understand it.
I agree.
Not like a well-constructed, concise story that is Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
But yeah, I think for next week it's just Krillin. He's mad as hell and he's not going to take it anymore.
I think so.
Yeah, go Krillin. He's probably one of my favorite characters.
Same, yeah. In this house, we respect Krillin.
Yeah, this is a Krillin respecting household.
I just can't wait till he has hair.
I can wait.
That was such a trip when you first see it. You're just like, oh, you can grow hair.
We'll be sure to have y'all back on in like 3 years.
Like a plan.
Yeah, we'll have you guys on the next time Yamcha dies.
See you next week then.
Doug and Bren, thank y'all so much for joining us here on the show. We talked about it up front, but like the floor is y'all's. Whatever you want to promote or pitch to our audience, have at it.
Yeah, we already said Almost Better Than Silence is our video game podcast. Comes out every Monday. Give us a subscribe if you want us in our feed. And I have a record label. It's missedoutrecords.com if you want to see what cassettes and records are available there. Lots of like underground emo, screamo, and math rock kind of stuff. But I know Bren wants to plug his anime podcast.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at ABTSBrendan. And yeah, I do Almost Better Than Silence. And the anime podcast I do is called Are Weeb There Yet? And yeah, we got like we're coming in close to 100 episodes. So
there you go.
Watched a lot of anime, and I regret most of it.
They have yet to do Dragon Ball, and they need you guys to come on.
There's some bigger shows we are putting aside so we can like plan around because they are so monumental, like Cowboy Bebop and like Dragon Ball and stuff like that. But that also gives us time to find new shows like It's Atomi Santa, which is an anime about magical girl that is Santa Claus, and only got 2 episodes made before it was just canceled abruptly.
Wow. Ooh, can I throw can I throw one in here?
Sure, go ahead.
Blue Submarine number 6.
Oh, I've never heard of this.
Oh, yes, Blue Submarine number 6. It's very weird. It's I think it's 4 episodes. The whole series is like 4 longish episodes that I remember watching on Toonami late at night. And I've only known a few people who can also say that they've seen it. But
holy shit, I looked up pictures. This just unlocked the deep part of my brain I forgot about. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll have to add that to the list.
Coming from you guys that have this Dragon Ball podcast, for their show, if you had to pick 3 episodes of Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, like where would you tell them to start?
Shriveling in the fetal position. For someone to enjoy it?
That's my conundrum. It's always we've done One Piece already, and I knew we were never going to cover the story, so I'm just like, let me pick 3 fun episodes of One Piece. And it was like episodes like 165, 378, 416.
Just for my taste, I would recommend Dragon Ball first, just because to me it's like, well, that's fun. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, the first 13 episodes are like a very solid arc. You get what it's about, but it's also very problematic. What happens in a lot to
Yeah.
No, not that one. No, yeah, I'm just like, when they first meet Roshi, no. Yamcha,
no.
Oolong,
no.
Yeah, Oolong's a hell no. I want like you to experience like the Red Ribbon Army, like knowing that it existed in Dragon Ball. There's some fun around it, but then all the generals are pretty problematic except one.
Pieces of shit.
Yeah, they're all pieces of shit, and some of them are gross.
What you might want to start with is maybe the first Tenkaichi tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because I think everyone can enjoy a tournament arc.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah, that first one has got a lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Also problematic in a few episodes, but it's fewer. There are fewer of those. Yeah, the tournaments are a great place to start. If I can just pick from the entire lineage of Dragon Ball, the third Tenkaichi tournament, like the last one in Dragon Ball, I think is a lot of fun. It like introduces Piccolo Jr. and like that whole rivalry. And then I'm a huge fan of the Cell games. So
hell yeah.
Like that first fight, the Super Saiyan 2 Goku versus Cell is great fun, badass. And then so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say watch an episode of GT. I think it's
my God.
I think it's towards the end when they're finally coming back to Earth and you meet Vegeta for the first time in GT, and he's got this like the mustached Vegeta is worth a watch. Like he's
Just
got a
mustache.
black tank top, his hair is all kinds of wrong, and he's got a mustache.
My other personal pick, and it's in no way indicative of the show, is the Great Saiyaman.
Yes.
Hell yes. Oh, hell yeah.
If you just want some fun high school superhero drama.
Yeah, the Gohan Goes to High School saga is pretty good.
We would have to break it up into each individual series just to like hit all like Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, GT.
Yeah.
Right.
That
And the
just
movies
burnout.
or something. History of Trunks. Oh my God, I had that on VHS.
Woo!
Return of Garlic Jr. Fucking why not? Let's toss that one in there.
We could do this all day.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I understand why you're your own podcast just with this show.
Yeah,
So
makes
much.
perfect sense. But we do really appreciate you guys having us on your program. It's been a lot of
Yes,
fun.
thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, you guys. We had a great time on yours. Glad that we can be, I like this relationship that we're building. It's great.
Yeah, pod pals.
Yeah, Pop pals.
So if you want to talk to us, you can by writing. If you want to send in a 1 minute roundup, you can write to us at kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. We're on all the socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Kame House Party. We're still streaming this week. We are, if you're listening to this when it's released, we are actually going to stream on Friday, June 12th at around 8 p.m. And we're doing something a little special. I am actually going to run a tabletop RPG, one shot. We're gonna be in the Dragon Ball universe. We're using Fate Accelerated, which is a smaller system, and this is going to be Vince's first time playing a tabletop RPG.
This is true.
This sounds amazing.
This is Vince's baby's first tabletop RPG. So
You're going to have so much fun, Vince. I was that guy only a few years ago, and we actually turned our tabletop into a podcast, which I don't want to plug because it's not really worth revisiting. So we'll let that one just remain a mystery.
It's going to be real goofy. It's going to be real rules light. So, come join us, hang out.
Yep.
It should be a lot of fun.
Again, 8 p.m., June 12th at 6:12 at 8 p.m. This is going to be on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's going to be on YouTube, and don't make me.
Okay. I won't make you. I won't make you. I'll take this one on. Everybody, don't forget to like, subscribe to Kame House Party on YouTube to catch all the updates on Kame House Party Live when they're happening. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, smash that bell, hit that like button, share, and all that kind of stuff. And Kame
He's
House.
literally punching the Liberty Bell as he does this.
That's right. Like I am doing the Liberty Bell. All you got to do is smash that bell. Oh God. Aaron.
The dust cleared very quickly. Thankfully.
Where was I?
It's a windy day. You traveled to Philadelphia.
You blacked out for a minute.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, I'll take this last. Let me catch my breath.
You have 2 cheesesteaks in your hand, so at least it was a productive trip.
One says Pat's and the other says Geno's. What have I done? But as always, we want to thank all of you for listening and spending your time with us. And thank you to Doug and Bren for coming on. It means a lot for us to get all the feedback that we've been getting from the fans, and we're working to continue to give you guys a great podcasting experience. We hope you enjoy it. We hope you enjoy the supplemental content. We hope you enjoy all these great guests. And look, whether you are currently fighting Saibamen or anything else, and Doug and Bren, you can join in on this because I'm going to tell everybody that you gotta keep fighting.
You're the news now.
No, we all exploded.